So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel again. And first of all, thank you so much for giving such big support and motivation to me, for giving me such a big likes and comments, and making the video viral of my previous video on the SME interview experience, and which was basically on the admin part. So that gave me such a confidence and motivation. So I am back with my second part of that video, or my SME attempt one, and that is basically on the development part. So further not wasting the time, let's move on to the screen. And so it will be on the development or the customization part, and it is the part only which is mostly focused by the SMEs. According to my experience, more than 70% of the question will be on the development part only, whether in terms of scenario, very less definitions. Admin part will be, according to my experience, will be of 30% weightage only. So that's why it is one of the crucial part. So the first question is types of access modifiers used. The question is very basic, because we have studied that question in our BTech when we have learned any of the programming language in terms, and when we have studied OOPS concepts. So the four types of access modifier: global, private, public, and protected. But we have to answer in terms of Salesforce Apex code, like what is the scope of each of the modifier and when we use each of them. So that was the question. The next question is asynchronous and synchronous. It is also one of the most important question, and from this question only many other questions came out further. So the question is synchronous and asynchronous. So synchronous, like process completes in one go, process runs in single thread, whereas in asynchronous, processes run in multiple threads. The process previous process do not wait for the previous to complete, and so it run in the multiple threads. So in this type of way you have to explain. You can also take an example, real life example, and you can explain both the apex. So that was the question, and from there the next question, yes, this question was on lightning and aura components. So you have to give the differences between the lightning and the aura components. So on Google you will get 3 to 4 differences, but the question can be customized in a way like why why came the need of the lightning components when we had the aura components with us previously. So in this way we can answer like how lightning web components are overcoming the disadvantages of the aura components. So in this way also this question can be answered. So you have to prepare in the both ways. What are the differences and what are the disadvantages which are overcoming by the lightning web components of the aura components. And the next question is recursive trigger and its example. So recursive trigger is one of the situation that occurs in case of trigger. So you have to explain the situation, and also he asked me one situation like why recursive trigger situation happens. Give me a real life example in terms of Salesforce only, like when this situation happens. And also the next question will be, if you answer this question, the next question will be directly that how we have to overcome this situation. So we will be using in this situation one static boolean variable. So that is the definition or answer you can give. And the next question is, and yes, this question came from the asynchronous apex. If you answer the asynchronous apex, next question will be like what are the type of asynchronous apex, or what are the methods or types under the asynchronous. So here this question can be framed, and this question can be framed in multiple ways. He can ask you what is batch apex, and also one of the most important thing is you have to also learn the syntaxes of all these apexes. Yes, they are asking the syntaxes also, not the complete code, but you have to remind all the syntaxes, whether batch apex, whether scheduled, or whether queuable. And one more important, there is future method. So they are interlinked with each other. Like, what is future method? What are the things that are not present in future? They are present in scheduled, and some of the things that are not in scheduled, they are in batch apex. Like, what are the things or characteristics of each of them, and also differentiate between each three. In this way also the question can be asked. So that was the questions. And the next is from the trigger only. So he can ask you like, what is trigger? You answer the definition. Then next question will be types. Then what are the different types of operations? What are the different types of events? Like two types of trigger, before, after. Then under, before, three, insert, update, delete. Then under, after, four operations or events, insert, update, delete, and undelete. Then next question will be of on context variable. So they are interlinked. If you answer, then next cross questioning is very fast in SME interview. So you have to be prepared with each of the topic. The most important thing I will be telling you for the preparing for SME is, do not skip even a single topic. You have to be prepared for each of the topic. Next question, and this was from the test class, like why we use these two methods, start test and stop test, and differentiate between them. And also one question will be like, what are the annotations? And one question was also like, what are the characteristics of test class? Like, is 70% criteria is there, na something like 70, more than 70% coverage of code will be there. So you have to learn all these characteristics. So that's it for this video, guys. And if any one of you have not watched the previous video on the admin part, do watch it on my channel, and it's given in the above in the cards. And yes, please do like and share the content if you have find it very useful among your friends and cohort mates, and do subscribe the channel, because from now the videos will come continuously on the SME interview experience only. How was my second attempt, how I prepared, and what were the questions asked in the second attempt. And that was something the crucial one for me, because the questions asked in the second attempt were unexpected one. So stay tuned, and thank you so much.